Hey friends, thanks for stopping by my YouTube channel. I really appreciate you being here. So today, part 3 of our recomposition series, we're gonna tackle the subject of recomposition and performance. So if you haven't already, be sure to check out the first 2 videos where we chat about recomposition. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, feel free to drop a like, ask any questions that you have. Engaging is awesome and it helps me gain a little bit of traction on this platform. So it's really common for me to work with CrossFit athletes in particular who are interested in losing body fat, potentially gaining some muscle as well, certainly getting stronger, and wanting to perform their very best. This comes up a lot. So there's a lot of different ways to look at this. Again, you want to go back to some of those first videos, in particular the one where I talk about where are you at right now, what's most important to you. So that really factors in. There's a lot of different ways, scenarios when it comes to recomposition and performance. So let's try to cover a couple at the same time, keep it as concise as possible. So can you pursue recomposition and in particular I would say fat loss, because that's really what comes up, right? If you're just straight up trying to gain muscle and perform, chances are you're going to be in a pretty good spot. You're going to be eating appropriately. You're going to be, lifting weights. You're getting after that muscle. So really, if anything, it's going to enhance your performance because you'll be eating to support that. Now, I think where it can get tricky is we start talking about fat loss and performance. Can you pursue fat loss and really perform at your best? And I don't think that you really can. I think you have to look at it as something that, again, you approach cyclically, or you realize that there is that price tag attached to I'm pursuing fat loss, so my performance is going to suffer. It really comes down to looking at what matters most to you. Do you need to? Why are you pursuing fat loss if performance is your goal? These are questions that you have to look at. I think sometimes people get really caught up in the aesthetics. So I think there's a shift happening a little bit from where I'm sitting that I see in CrossFit. I see some girls showing up with a little bit more body fat at those higher levels, and I think this is really important. I think it's good for people to see that not all top level CrossFit athletes are walking around shredded with a 6-pack, looking like they're about to compete in a physique competition. Genetics certainly factor in, so maybe some people can look like that, but of course, I think to train those double days and training 3-4 hours a day, 5-6 days a week. It requires food, and not everyone is going to walk around, and certainly not everyone is going to perform their very best, with weightlifting and the endurance and the gymnastics and all of it, super shredded. So I think if you're thinking to yourself, I need to have a 6-pack and I need to, get really lean so that I can perform at a high level, it's worth evaluating if that actually has to happen. If performance is your ultimate goal, then you have to eat to perform, and that's going to come through adequate calories. I guess the other thing that's worth addressing is that some people might say, well, I think I will, I'll see an improvement in my gymnastics and sort of the body weight movements, and I'll just be able to move my body. I need to improve my strength to weight ratio. There's definitely a conversation to be had there. It's about finding that right balance for yourself. So do you need to lose fat, or do you need to get stronger? So there's that to look at. First of all, if you had a little bit more strength, a little bit more muscle, could you better support, would you be able to lift the heavy weight, move really well, and still be great at gymnastics? Because that would definitely be the avenue to take. But if it's no, I've got all the muscle that I need, I'm a big strong kid, I'm really I'm packing the heat, I need to lose a little bit of fat mass to move my body better, on the rings and on bar muscle ups and burpees and all of that, and I can still be a very, very strong person. Then I think what you do is you look at your season and you say, when is it an appropriate time for me to tackle a little bit of fat loss, and it won't impact my performance and it won't impact my recovery ultimately. So lots to think about with recomposition. Again, start at the beginning. where am I at right now? What is most important to me? And then map it out. What are your goals? You don't have to do everything in a month, 2 months, or 3 months. It can take years. It can take years to gain muscle, and it can take years to get strong. It can take years to get to the body composition that you want. And most of the time, that's really what it takes. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. You can leave it in the comments. Feel free, like I said, to share this video with anyone that you think might find it helpful. Thanks for stopping by, guys.